So what do I think of the schedule for my Philadelphia Eagles? The Philadelphia Eagles have been a staple in the playoffs since Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts took the helm of the team. As one would expect, our schedule is not going to get easier after winning 3 division titles, 2 conference titles, and 1 Super Bowl. It has certainly been a great stretch for us. The competition in our own division is not getting easier. The New York Giants should be able to move forward as a stable threat for the division title. Under John Harbaugh, you could expect a similar style of play as we saw with the Baltimore Ravens, physical and aggressive, but I still believe we have a better roster overall. While we split the season series last year, I think we will not overlook them again. The Cowboys should be better on defense and bring back their high-powered offense. They are definitely a threat for the title and will most likely be back in the playoffs this year either way. Of course, there is the issue of whether their star wideout George Pickens actually plays on the franchise tag or forces a trade, like Micah did last year, but only time will tell. The Commanders have rebuilt on defense after their bets on an aging roster did not pay off last season. They will have a new offensive coordinator and will have Jaden Daniels back healthy. At the very least, they should be more competent overall. If they can stay healthy, then they may become that team that made the run to the conference title game 2 seasons ago. The division is much better and we will have to play the Seahawks, Rams, Texans, Niners, Bears, and Jaguars, who all made the playoffs last year. The Niners who came into the link and escaped with a late victory. The Texans have the league's best defense and the Rams probably have the best overall roster. My Philadelphia 76ers will have a new person in charge of the team soon. The Daryl Morey experiment has come to an end, and the Sixers were no better off for it. Morey is a disciple in analytics but neither a championship nor a trip to the Eastern Conference Finals. It simply did not live up to the hype. Sometimes things do not work out as expected. I wish him all the best going forward. Right now, Bob Myers, who led the Golden State Warriors to 4 titles, is leading the search for a new leader. Some believe that he should be the person, but it seems like he may want to stay in the overall corporate role, or maybe he is the de facto leader of the overall operation, answering only to Josh Harris and Blitzer, who are probably more focused on the Washington Commanders. The Sixers have good young talent that need to be the focus of the team. But there are key veterans on big contracts that may not be ready to take a back seat or cede the leadership role. And maybe that is not a bad thing. Joel is still a great player when healthy, but is not healthy enough. As long as we are not completely reliant on his availability, we may be able to get along with having his contributions as an added bonus. Paul George is a skilled veteran and hopefully can play a full season next year and be a more consistent producer. I still think he has it in him and hopefully he finally has that full season to show Philly what he has left. And he probably wants to finally have a full slate to make up for the suspension last season. Great player, but that was a bad look. The Sixers will retain Nick Nurse for next season. Hopefully, he can push past the current ceiling of a fruitful showing in the second round. Since his coach Toronto Raptors ended our season on a buzzer beater that bounced around before sealing our fate, every coach since then, including Nurse, has not really led the team to be able to make fans feel like we have a chance. But, Philly fans do not give up on our teams. They just need to be willing to show up and motivate them to push past our opponents.